Hi, welcome to Angela Evans Training Zoom Tips. Today we're going to talk about how do you schedule a meeting in Zoom. And I'm going to show two different versions. I'm going to show you how to create a meeting right from the web browser and then from the desktop app. So here I am logged into my Zoom account right on the website, and I'm going to click on My Account. And you'll see it takes me right to my profile, and I want to set up a Zoom meeting. So I'm going to click here on the left-hand side on meetings. And right there is a big blue button that says schedule a new meeting. Imagine that. So I clicked on schedule a new meeting, and it brings a form and it gives me some options. So I'm going to call this my cool meeting. You have the option to put in a description. Then you put the date and time you want to schedule this call. Maybe it's at noon on the 9th. The duration, and I will tell you that's not necessarily vital because Zoom will not stop if you say I'm doing a 1-hour meeting, but it helps you organize things. The time zone that you're scheduling in. You can choose if it's a reoccurring meeting. Maybe I want to do it every Thursday at 12 p.m. and then you would click reoccurring meeting, and there are some options there to explore. Registration required is a more advanced function that allows people to sign up for a meeting, and you gather their email address and some information around them. We'll cover that in a future video. Then it asks you about your meeting ID. I have a personal meeting ID. I'm going to ask it to generate a unique ID just for this meeting. And nowadays, Zoom does require a password, but you can customize it. So I'm going to change mine to fun. And then you decide, how do you want people to show up? Do you want the host video to come on automatically or the participant video to come on automatically? I like keeping those to off so that no one is surprised. Guess what? You're on camera when they join a meeting. Then you can choose how they join the audio. Can they join it only from their computer, only by telephone, or you can give them the option. Then there are some options to consider. Enable join before host means if they log in 10 minutes early and I'm not there, Zoom will fully open and they can have a conversation with someone else who might join early. So you have that option of join before host. You can choose if you're doing a large group and you know you're going to need to mute people anyway, you can have that automatically turned on as the meeting starts. If you're not sure who's coming and you want to be able to control, you can enable the waiting room. Usually, it depends on how you want to run your meeting. That requires more work from the host because they have to pay attention to that participant list and when it pops up and says, hey, do you want to admit someone? I like to just manage it when they're in the meeting. So that's totally up to you. Only authenticated users can join. That has to do with registration. And if they are a part of your authenticated group or if they're pre-registered. And you decide if you want to record the meeting automatically or not. If you are on a corporate or business account that is has multiple people under one umbrella, you could assign a co-host, but they do have to belong to the same company or domain. So I couldn't make someone at a different company my co-host. It wouldn't, my alternative host, it wouldn't recognize. So now that I've selected all my settings, I hit save, and now you can see my meeting is scheduled. And right there is the link. I love this. It's just one link that would get most people there, because even if they click only on the link, it'll pop up with the dial instructions, all kind of good things. If you want to get more formal, you can click here on copy invitation, and you can copy and paste this within an invitation. Pretty nice. And you'll see all of these settings will show up, and you are ready to rock and roll. Now, similarly, here in your Zoom desktop app, let me clear up my space a little bit. This is the Zoom desktop app. I am logged in, and you're going to see there's some icons at the bottom. And right here on the home page, there's an opportunity to schedule a new meeting. And you're going to see a lot of the same settings show up, just in a slightly different format. So I'm going to click schedule, and you'll see there, what is the topic of the meeting? My second cool meeting. And maybe that's going to be on Friday at noon. And maybe that one's only for 30 minutes. There we go. And again, a lot of these same settings that we saw when we were creating our meeting in the web browser are available here. There's also an option that will automatically launch it into a calendar. So if you know as soon as you hit schedule, you want to invite people via Outlook or via your Google Calendar, you can select those calendars and then it will ask you to log in when you hit schedule, and it will try and put it on your calendar. People have said that's frustrating for them. They want choices. So I put other calendars and then Zoom lets me decide where I want to copy it. Some of the additional options we saw are available in advanced options. So again, you might say, I do want to enable that waiting room for this call. I want to control who comes in and when, and you might want to automatically record. And then you decide where you want that to go, locally or on the cloud. Now I'm going to hit schedule. And you'll see immediately it says, hey, you probably want to share this information. So it gives you the Zoom information. You can copy it to your clipboard. And then it's ready to go, ready for you to save into a calendar invite. And if I pop over to my meetings, I will see this in my upcoming meetings. So this is where all of my personally scheduled Zoom meetings are showing up for me. And now I've got my second cool meeting ready to rock and roll. Hope you found this helpful. Thank you so much. Have a great day.